Our magic piece. But it is a magic word. It's a magic word in the right situation. You know, I went through a very difficult divorce a few years back, and I did what any member of my generation would do, and I posted it on Facebook like a little bitch, and my mom was the only person who bothered to respond. And what she responded was, nigga, please. And I felt better instantly, just like that. It was fantastic. I do have a new partner now who I love very much. They use they, them pronouns to let people know they don't believe in Jesus, whereas I prefer she, her to avoid additional conversation. You know, no wrong way to do it. And I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Obviously, pronouns are a very serious thing. You know, you gotta respect people's pronouns in certain situations. Like, if you're gonna flirt with me anywhere, you know, you gotta get my pronouns right 100% of the time. But when my bill collectors call, they can use any pronoun they want, and I still won't pay them. So that's a little joke I wrote to demonstrate that trans women do understand you. It's fun. It's fun. I didn't fully embrace or recognize my own gender for a really long time, and I used to think I was gender non-conforming or like non-binary, something like that, you know. And the reason why is because I wrote well actually so much on the internet, but I realized I'm a woman because I always followed it with the word I'm sorry. So for anyone who doesn't understand why that joke is funny, well, actually, I'm sorry. We'll just move on. It's cool. No, I really came into my own and like embraced my identity because doing comedy, you know, we gotta go out of town. We're not always in progressive, embracing, accepting places like Portland. So sometimes I had to follow different rules and laws and whatnot. So I was doing a show in Idaho, and I went to use the bathroom, and I wanted to, you know, not raise any starting fires or whatever. So I'm in the men's room, standing at a urinal with the front of my skirt up, like you do when you're a proper lady. And this older dude walks in, sees me, apologizes, and immediately runs into the ladies' room. And I came out, he was sitting at the bar, just shaking his head, confused, dumbfounded. I'm like, man, I feel kind of bad. So I just walked up to him, like a bridge troll for some reason. I just walked up, and it's whispering in his ear real soft, you're so brave. So again, bringing people together, always the goal for me. My partner, I knew we were going to get along real well ever since our second date because I love to be taken care of because I deserve to be taken care of, you know. Uh, and my partner is one of those fancy gourmet types that can make a meal out of a salad. You know, it had everything. It had meat, olives, tomatoes, rich people lettuce. You know, because we can all be honest. Rich people got better lettuce. Like, I'm a comic. All I get is the shredded iceberg that you get in a bag. I'm not even convinced is lettuce. I'm pretty sure it's just like the husk where people shave off the outside of their lettuce. I also don't know if lettuce actually has a husk, by the way. I don't fart. Look at that. No. Outside? Yeah. Yucky. Now my partner sent off for their 23andMe, and it turns out they are 89% sub-Saharan African. So empirically speaking, they are 7% blacker than I am. And I refuse to accept it. I will not. Absolutely not. Because this nigga introduced me to camping. You see, there's certain things that don't sit right with me about camping. For one thing, it's filthy. Have you been outside recently? Dirt everywhere. It's awful. I wasn't raised that way. It's dark. I'm not a big fan of that. And it's not that I'm afraid of the dark. I'm just afraid of an absence of light. I need to see. If you've ever been outside, if you've ever been outside, uh, in the forest, no street lights, you can see like maybe absolutely nothing because the moon is bad at illumination. That's why Jesus gave us electricity. I'm not going to turn my back on the Lord. Not during Black History Month. My number one issue with camping, though, all jokes aside, is that I think it is disrespectful to my ancestors. Because my ancestors did not fight, struggle, sacrifice, and in some cases even die, so that my bougie ass could sleep on the ground. That's ridiculous. How dare you? No. Okay? My forebears, they survived the transatlantic slave trade, life on the plantation, Jim Crow, segregation, fought the brave fight for civil rights for one reason, so that I could sleep in a fully carpeted suburban apartment in Portland, Oregon, with my mostly white child. That was their vision. I'm the dream. Come to life. Sometimes people get surprised when they find out I have a kid, and I get it. I've seen myself. But you gotta understand, life is very complex, and sexuality is fluid. And in my early 20s, I owned a futon and kept condoms in a different room. That's where babies come from. It's just science. It's how we all do it. There are no qualifications either to being a parent. That's the problem. There's no school you go to. There's no like standardized testing. There's very little that's actually expected or required of a parent. You just need to keep the kid alive long enough for them to legally join the military and get murdered. So you gotta get them there. You love my kid. My kid is amazing. In part because he has autism, and not everyone understands that, because everyone gets this idea in their head that autism is this terrible diagnosis, and that's how doctors will a lot of times deliver the news to parents too. What they don't tell you is that a lot of autistic kids are just really quiet and good at following rules. So my kid was born to be a hall monitor. It's real easy, but it's difficult for me because I'm a derelict. I had certain hopes and dreams for my kid, like helping him roll his first blunt or buying his first bottle of Mad Dog, just basic mother-son type stuff, just, I don't know. Like I said, I was raised a little different. I like music. I like music a lot. All kinds of music, really. In 1974, Curtis Mayfield released one of my favorite songs called Diamond in the Back. And for those of you who might not be old enough to remember, the lyrics are as follows. Mr. Mayfield says, "You may not drive a great big Cadillac. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging the scene with gasoline gangster wide walls. TV antennas in the back. You may not drive a car at all, but just remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you've got." Those are beautiful, beautiful positive words. Or the words of the world's cruelest troll. Like this dude, this Jay-Z looking nigga just riding this fly whip behind this exhausted shift worker, walking home from Plaid Pantry at 2 in the morning, just singing out his window about how cool his car is, and then right before he speeds off, he's like, "Do you think we still got legs, nigga?" That's not nice. Why are you gonna do that to somebody? A few years later, 1994, singer, rapper, record producer, crack dealer, Notorious B.I.G. released 94's club banger, Big Papa. And in the chorus of that little tune, the Notorious one, makes a very reasonable request. Biggie says, should you happen to have a gun up in your waist, please, good sir, do not shoot up the place. Very reasonable request. So I ask you why one of his fellow partygoers felt the proper response to that request was to ask, why? No, why? What? Now, I wouldn't even answer this nigga. I would just left the party. I'm little. I'm like, gone. No. But not Biggie, no. Biggie's brave. He's got an explanation. He's got an answer. And that answer is, because I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby, comma, baby. Which is apparently this homicidal nigga's name, or just like a really cute pet name, which is very disarming, I guess. Here's what I don't get, though. I don't understand why Notorious B.I.G. is convinced that this man who brought the gun specifically to shoot up the place is not gonna do it now because there's a very vague, infinitesimal chance that Notorious B.I.G. will compel not one, but multiple ladies to allow him to impregnate them during a mass shooting. That doesn't make sense. What do you? People say weird things. People see strange things sometimes I don't personally understand. I realize I am a princess. That is true. I realized this a long time ago because my mom used to always call me her little princess, so that was first tip off. But recently started extending to even just things I come in contact with, like my car. It's a real cute little ride. I'm not going to tell anyone the year, make, or model because I don't want it to get stolen. I know how you are. This is funnier when you're not even here. So. No, but it's a cute car, and I got rhinestones on nearly every surface. You know, got to keep the car as blamed out as the owner. And since it's starting to snow again, because winter never ends apparently, I took my car in to get tire chains, you know, and I was hoping for Cuban links because I like to keep it street. But it turns out my car is too small and delicate for tire chains, so I had to buy tire socks instead, so our little tootsies don't get cold. So it's cute. I also have a cat that I love very much. You might notice I love a lot of things. I'm all about the love because drugs. Do drugs, find love. That's the moral. Every one of my stuff. No. I do love my cat. She's a fancy cat. You know, she's not just a normal, basic tabby. Nothing silly like that. Now, I got myself an African, all the way from Kenya, whole ass African, Kenyan forest cat. It's a cokehead. This cat is beautiful, very rare, very valuable. This cat's amazing. And now that I have such a special feline in my life, it blows my mind when I hear about other cat owners who just let their cats just roam the streets unsupervised. That's wild to me. What's even more wild is when they like get surprised when their cats go missing, you know? Because I stole your cat. What were you thinking? Things expensive. Y'all have been beautiful. Thank you so much for coming out. Enjoy your Black History Month. And enjoy your fancy boots. Enjoy watching me walk off stage. One more time for Miss Diana Newman! For you guys at home, if you're wondering where we're streaming from, we're streaming from the beautiful Alberta Abbey over in Northeast Portland, this historical building. It used to be a church, now it's a beautiful theater that houses
with seats like 420 people. So if you're ever looking for a space to throw a party or do an event, this is a perfect place to do it. If you want to get in here, hit us up on Facebook at Dirty Angel Promo, and we'll get you in contact with the perfect people to get you in this wonderful, wonderful building. So, yeah, right here in the heart of Northeast Portland. So check it out. So I hope you folks are still enjoying yourself. You're hanging in there and everything is good. Because I'm having fun. You know, I like animals to a certain extent. But there's one animal that I just don't mess with because it is the gang member of the forest. And that's raccoons. I don't mess with raccoons, okay? Raccoons are just too much for me. And the reason I don't mess with them is one night I had a raccoon go in my trash. And I was like, all right, he think he hard. So I ran the raccoon off. I ran him off. And I was like, yeah, that's right. I punked that raccoon. So to celebrate, I went out on the porch and I lit me up a cigarette and I smoked me a cigarette because I celebrated because I just ran off a raccoon. You got to be pretty gangster to run off a raccoon. But as I'm sitting there smoking, I see the raccoon come off from behind the bush across the street. Like he looked at me and I'm like, oh, what? Huh? Oh, it's just one. I ain't scared of you, raccoon. It's just one. So I ain't scared, so I continue smoking and hanging out. So the raccoon snaps his fingers and two more raccoons come off from behind the bush. All right. I still ain't worried. I can take three raccoons. I can take three raccoons. I ain't even worried about it. So I continue, and the raccoon snaps his finger again, and two more raccoons came out. So now it's 5 raccoons. So I'm like, okay, I did what any gangster would do. I ran in the house. And he threw my curtain was like, man, they are still outside. These raccoons are not playing. I think they're leaving. And the thing that really got me is the raccoon picked up my cigarette and started smoking it, passed it to the other raccoon. Like, yeah, I bet he won't come outside. I bet he won't. I don't mess with raccoons. Are y'all ready for your final comedian? This next comedian, he's here in Portland now, but he's by way of California. He's super funny. You guys are gonna love him. Please show your love for Jamal Coleman.
Feels good. Feels good to get out the house. I could have did this show at the living room, but I said, nope, I'm gonna put pants on. I'm putting pants on. They gotta put on pants, I gotta put on pants. We're out here together, it's us, me, you, and the Doc Martin crew. I hope you guys get all your boots on. Do you guys get discount on boots? Send me some. I need some boots. Do you guys get like Dr. Scholl's? Do you guys get any socks? I need socks. Hook me up with some socks, Dr. Martin. Okay, we made it. We're alive, we're here, we did it, survived. I didn't think I was gonna live this long, guys. I'm 42 years old. I didn't think I was gonna live this long. I didn't know I was gonna make it. I was drinking when I was 9 years old. I didn't know I was gonna make it. I ate Doritos for breakfast, guys. I ate top ramen right out of the bag. I just poured salt right into it and ate it right out of the bag. I should be dead, right? I should be dead, right? I'm 42. I'm halfway to being an old black man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. When was the last time you just hung out with an old black man? When was the last time you guys just hung out with an old black man? Do yourself a favor. Go to like your local bus stop and just go sit next to a black man. An old black dude. He's gonna do nothing but compliment you for the rest of your life. That's all he's gonna do. That's what I wanna do. I can't wait to be old, man. Can't wait to be an old black guy and just be like, have hijinks voice, just have, that's what old black guys sound like. It just sounds like somebody dragging cinder blocks down the street. It's like, I can't wait. I can't wait. The more I complain about music, the more the older I feel, so I'm gonna get that voice. I can't wait. I can't wait to get a purple suit. It's one a purple suit, and with maybe like an ostrich feather in the hat. And so I'll get the feathers so I can match the boots. I'm gonna ostrich skin boots with a big ostrich feather and a big purple hat with a purple suit. And I want to sit on a bus stop all day, just being an old black man. I just want to sit on the bus stop all day and just compliment people as they walk by. That's it. That's what you doing with yourself, boy? What you doing with yourself? Got your backpack going to school? Okay, go ahead with yourself. You got education, you genius. Hey, you going now? That's all I want to do. Just be like, hey, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Y'all together? That's your boyfriend? Your boyfriend, girlfriend? Oh, y'all just friends. Okay, you a friend? Go ahead with your friends stuff. All right. Just want to compliment the lady. Have you ever seen old black men compliment women? It's adorable. Whatever you're wearing, that's what they call you. Blue dress, blue dress. I like my blue dress. Let me get at you, blue dress. Give me another blue dress, blue dress. Turtleneck sweater, turtleneck sweater. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Mini skirt, pinstripe. Come on, pinstripes. I can do this all day. Ankle socks. Come on, baby. Let me holler at you one time. This is so dumb. I'm dumb. Just want to be an old black man. Somebody write your senator. Tell them that I want to live. All right. I've been trying to take care of my health. I'm getting older now. I'm trying to get a little healthier. 42, you know. Gotta see doctors more often. You know, when you're 30, all of a sudden your knee hurts for no reason. But when you're 40, you sneeze and everything hurts for 4 days. I had to go to the doctor. Plus, you got to get all the checkups. I had to, 42. I had to go get the prostate exam. I got to get the oil checked. You know what I mean? I got the oil checked. But nowadays, all they do is send you a pamphlet in the Zoom link. I'm like, I don't know how to do this by myself. I can't do this, doctor. They just sent me a link, and he just like, yeah. It was just like this. This is me seeing the doctor right now. I was like, so you just want me to do what now? I read the pamphlet, but what am I supposed to be looking for? It's getting weird now. I don't even think that was a link to my actual doctor. I think it was just some dude. He took his pants off. It was weird. I've been highly enjoying getting older, though. I feel like I'm getting better. My knees not so much, but I'm like, my whole body hurts all the time, actually. Like, every morning I wake up and I sound like an old Korean man. I'm just like, what, Gundam style. And I just... I'm laughing. I want to steal this so I can lean on it. This is how unhealthy I am. I got a bad back. I went to the chiropractor and did an x-ray on my back, and it was like, God bless you with an extra joint in your low back. And you're just going to have to work harder than other people. And I was like, thanks, Doc. He's like, don't worry about it. You're just going to have to get surgery or just, and I was like, I'm down. Let's do the surgery. What do I have to do? Take it all off. He was like, calm down, Jamal. You just need to lift weights. I was like, oh, man. Just cut me open. I'm ready to be a cyborg already. I'm ready to. Am I the only one excited about the aliens coming? Can we get the aliens down here already? Can we just get the aliens and shut this whole thing down? Let's stop the charade. The only one excited. The aliens are coming. They're coming. They're here. I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been buying tools all month. So I think the aliens is going to float in orbit, and they're going to wait for us to destroy the world. They're like, okay, Russia and America, okay, they're ready. They're going to wait for us to destroy the world. And they're going to dig us up through all the ash and the dirt. And they're going to find our skeletons and all our tools hanging around. Just like when we dig up old people, we find all their skeletons and tools. And we're like, oh my God, look how intelligent they were. Look at all these tools they had. So I'm buying all these tools right now. So when they dig us up, they find out my craftsman tools, and they're like, man, this guy was really smart. He was super smart. Let's clone him and bring him back. And I'll be like the little dancing monkey on the table, and they'll just stab me with electrodes. It'll be fun. I'll be an alien's clone. G-Wave's talking about him not being manly. I'm not manly either. It's not so much that I'm not manly. I consider myself a very manly man. I'm just not handy, G. I grew up in an apartment complex. Anytime anything was broken, I was like, excuse me, maintenance man? Excuse me, maintenance man? My windows are dirty, maintenance man. Can you come in? Everything, I got a house right now. I just moved into a house. My dishwasher broke, and I was like, who do we call? What do we do? What do we do? My girlfriend's mom came over and fixed the dishwasher. Okay? I broke the dishwasher. Okay, I'm not a handyman. Okay, I grew up in Los Angeles, South Central Los Angeles to be exact. I don't do the woods. I've never been to cities. I'm a city slicker. I've not been into the woods many times. Like my girlfriend grew up on a farm. Her dad grew up on a farm. I went camping with them one time. We went into the woods for 7 days. I packed enough food and water for 30 days. It's not like we went off trail. We didn't have to like dig a hole camp. You know what I mean? It was I lamped. My tent was the size for 9 people. It was just me and her and the dog. We were just doing great. It was just camping. But I was terrified every single night. And I was like, what if there's a bear out there? What if there's a snake? What if there's a wild turkey? It could get me. It could just blah, 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 blah on my face. And she was like, oh my God, I grew up on a farm. Do you know that like if we actually had a snake on our porch one time? We opened the door and there was a snake right there on my porch. And my dad said, nobody panic. He went and got a shovel and just boop, knocked the head off the snake. And I was like, wow, your dad is, he's my hero. Because if I opened the door and I saw a snake on my doorstep, I'm going to burn the whole house down. I'm going to burn the whole house down. Burning everything down. Everything's got to go. We got it. And the snake can slither off the lid. It's like, I'm burning the whole house down. If I had a gun, I would shoot everything but the snake. Man, I don't mess with animals. Have you seen animals attack? I will take this one clip that just messed me up for my whole life. I've seen animals attack. Is a dude having an interview. He was like a bear. He was just chilling right here. He was like, yeah, man, you know. And I feel like he was saying something slick. I don't even remember what he was saying, but I feel like it was something slick. The bear was just chilling right here. He was like, yeah, man, like, he's so tame and docile, he wouldn't even hurt a fly. And I feel like the bear was like, oh, really? Because that bear was like, he just slapped his face off. His whole face fell off. He was like, oh, my bad. We're going to have to retrain this bear. I'll be back. I was like, okay, fine. Everybody likes animals. Women love animals. Like, I just kind of realized recently that women, their brains, you know, this is a biological fact. Women's brains are programmed different than men. They like, you know, men, we kind of think of one side at a time. They can think with both sides of the brain simultaneously, which is why they are so dramatically emotional about things, because this just fires everything in their brain. I just noticed recently, like, and maybe you've seen this too, every time I ever see a woman see like a cute animal, like a cute dog on the street, have you noticed they look like they got shot by a shotgun of cuteness? They're like, oh my God! It's so adorable! And then they immediately turn evil. Oh my God, it's so cute! Can I eat its face? What is wrong with women? I mean, nothing's wrong with women. We all love them. I grew up with my mom, so she doesn't like that joke. She's like, what did you say about women? My mom's a crip, let me back up. She will kill everybody in this Zoom right now. she's like, who's out here talking all that smack? Y'all guys, I don't even know what country you guys are, what states you guys are in. I'm sure there's Crips and all of them now. You guys saw the Super Bowl, the lifetime Super Bowl. You saw Snoop. That's what my mom is, okay? My mom was one of the felons in the row. She was in the brown flat. I was like, we get it so bad. She was out there crip walking. My mom grew up tough, man. My grandmother grew up tough. They grew up in South Central Los Angeles during the craziest times in American history. You know, my grandmother is gangster. Okay, my mom was thug. My grandmother gangster. Okay, my grandmother would slap random people on the bus. Can you imagine putting your hands on somebody and she was just like, I don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. Stop that. And she would just slap random people. Somebody would be like, yeah, man, cuss word, this and that. She'd be like, pop. He'd be like, who just hit me in the back? He's like, oh, let's go. Who hit me? She just hit me. God don't like ugly, baby. You need to find better words. Grandmother, gangster. My grandmother slapped my mom in the mouth so hard my lips came out big, okay? I'm gonna break the cycle. I'm not hitting my kids. I don't have any, but if I did, I wouldn't hit them. I just give them a very Nah, I'm probably gonna beat him. I'm probably gonna beat him. Kids are the worst, man. Kids are the worst. Like they're little drunk people, okay? They don't have a filter. They like have a hard time processing. They're still trying to get their thoughts together. Like, how come kids do this? How come kids do this? Hi, excuse me. Why do they take that deep breath in between their words? Why do little kids do that? Why do they run out of air in the middle of a sentence? I was just trying to understand. Did you just, I'm trying to ask you a question. It's like, yeah. I was at a house party. A little kid came up to me. He was like, excuse me. Pulling on your shirt, you do the poodle shit thing. Excuse me. I was trying to ignore the kid. You know, hey, yeah, because if I don't have nothing, I have nothing to talk to about. If I'm talking to a kid, the only reason I'm talking to them is because I'm trying to to make sure they are in school and getting good grades. Other than that, it's questionable. Okay, I'm a grown ass man. The kid was like, excuse me. Excuse me. I was like, okay, hi, little buddy. I'll acknowledge you because your parents won't. What's going on? Hi, how you doing? Can I ask you a question? I have a question. I want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question that was on my mind? That I wanted to ask you a question that I was thinking about. Can I ask you a question? I was like, sure, what's your question? He's like, how come your teeth are so yellow? And I was like, you know what? Eat a Lego. Choke on the Lego. No filter, self in half. Choke on the Lego. Now I'm not saying electrocute your kids and put them in a in a closet. I'm not saying. I'm just saying kids are starting to be a little more ruder than they used to be. Okay? I'm just saying they need to learn some consequences. I'm saying if you have a little kid at the house and he comes over to you and says, I'm hungry, can you make me a sandwich? And you like, got you, kid. I'm gonna make your favorite sandwich. You make their favorite sandwich, triple decker style, and you put a triangle napkin on it like a good adult should. You bring them a little glass of juice with their sandwich on like a little side, like chips or maybe some grapes or something. You're just being an awesome person. And you go and you that little kid this little plate of nutrition that you spend all that time and energy on, and they're like, I hate sandwiches, and they throw it on the ground. You just chop them in the throat. Just chop them right in the throat. Chop them right in the throat. Right in the throat. Don't follow through. This is abuse. This is abuse. But right here, just like, that's cool. That's cool. There's I love sandwiches. I forgot I love sandwiches. I saw a group of kids walking in. It was like one of these strip malls where the movie theater and all the stores are. The group of kids walking. They had that group of kid voice, you know, where all the voices combine into one voice. It's like, and one boy jumped out of the group and he said, Mommy, can you buy me a Jamba Juice? And the mom was one of the frantic young moms with the Starbucks cup. She's like, oh no, baby, we can't stop right now because we're already running a little late for the Marvel movie. We need to get the seats and the tickets. You don't have all your friends with us, and we don't have the time, baby. We just can't stop right now. And the little kid was like, Mommy, if you don't give me a Jamba Juice, you're a bitch. And I was like, oh, put my phone down. I was like, world star. I was trying to get my views up. I thought she was going to get it off the top buckle and hit him in the head with an elbow. But she went and bought him a Jamba Juice. And I was like, oh my God, you are a bitch. What are you doing? Why would you ever teach your kids something like that? Why would you have any kind of, like you have no self-respect, you're teaching your kids to not respect people. Why would you ever do that? Like when I was a kid, I couldn't even ask my mom to make me a sandwich nicely. I tried one time, it was real dumb. I tried one time, I was like 10 years old. I was trying to go into puberty, I sort of had one chest hair. And I thought I was a man. And I came in the house and playing basketball, I threw my little basketball down, and I was like, Mama! Make me a sandwich. And she laughed. She's like, what did you say? I was like, Mommy, could you make me a sandwich, please? And she's like, she did this because she's my mom, old and black, right? So she sit on the couch, she just did an old Negro spiritual hum. She's like, She got up off the couch. And she went to the kitchen, made my favorite sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, triple decker, with the white napkin triangle side on the side. She brought me a glass of juice, a couple of grapes, like a good adult should. She came and she sat on the couch. with that sandwich. She put the plate down and she picked up the sandwich and she looked me right in the eyes and started eating the sandwich. And every bite, she was like, "What you need to know is learn how to make your own damn sandwich. So you won't have to rely on nobody else." And I was young and dumb because I had that one little chest hair right here. My little testosterone was coming out. I was like, I never get no sandwiches in this house. And she was like, "What'd you say?" She got up on the couch, she put the sandwich down. That's how I knew I was in trouble when she put the sandwich down. She said, "Oh, what'd you say?" I was like, "I can't never get no sandwiches in this house." And she said, "Oh, that's because this isn't the house. This is Sparta!" She kicked me in the face and picked up the sandwich and ate it over my face. Crumbs was falling in my eyelashes. And that's why I'm skinny, guys. That's why I'm skinny. Don't worry about it. Look, I appreciate my mom, okay? I'm happy she beat me up. I came out to be a respectable human being. I don't jaywalk. I don't steal nobody's cup at Starbucks. I don't cut nobody off in traffic because I'm scared to get my ass whooped. That's what you should be doing to your kids. Teach them consequences. These kids is out here wilding out, doing the most. All right, maybe just me. I don't have kids. That's why I say I don't. I'm pretty sure they're sweet when you own one. When you own one, when you like download the app and get a kid. I think it's great 401k. Great 401k. It's like you wipe their butts, you wait about 40 years, and then they wipe your butt. It's a good investment. I don't know. It's a good investment. The human body's worth like what, 16 billion? It's a good investment. It's a good investment. Maybe I'll store some zygotes. I don't know, man. I'm thinking about getting a vasectomy, man. I don't know, man. The way these laws are changing, they're trying to apply laws to women's bodies and tell them what they can and can't do. I'm not with all that stuff, man. It's just, it's easy to take the bullets out the gun. That's gun control to me. Right? If I just go to the doctor, it's an outpatient care, gentlemen. We'll take a woman and scar her for life and possibly ruin her career or maybe even cancer life. Who knows? But it takes a lot of energy and effort for a woman to go and be like, "I'm going to take this life out of my body." But it takes no effort for you to be like, "Sniffies. I'm going to play a game of basketball right afterwards." You can put on a little ice pack if you're fairly uncomfortable. Like, it's perfectly fine. I don't want to be out here all willy-nilly in the streets playing Russian roulette with women's lives. What do I look like? Got a Baldwin on the set of Rust? I don't want to do that. I'm hearing applause breaks in my own head. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Standing ovation. Thank you. Just happy to be alive, guys. Happy to be alive, man. I didn't think I was going to make it, man. I went to the hospital a couple years ago. My whole digestive system shut down. I went to the doctor. I had every test. I did all the CT scans, the MRIs, the red dye tests, all the GI tests. They thought it was my gallbladder. They thought it was this. They thought it was that. They didn't know what it was. Doctor finally came in with a clipboard, and it was this thick. He's flipping through all the papers, and I'm like, "Just lay it on me, doc. What is it? I'm dying, right? I know it. I'm dying. I've been living on French fries and whiskey. I had Doritos for breakfast. So I know I'm gonna die. What's going on, doc? Tell me what it is." And he's like, "Oh, well, it looks like you're suffering from no health insurance. Hopefully you guys got some health insurance from your company, because standing comedians don't get that. So I had to get a day job so I could get my memories checked out. So I went to the doctor, man. I had to change my whole lifestyle. I had to stop eating all this BS. I had to drink better, eat better, live better. Hopefully you guys are doing the same. What they diagnosed me with IBS-C. And IBS really stands for "we don't know what this is." It's like you can either have IBS-C or IBS-S. And the LESS, I think it's S, is like, the S stands for, you're gonna be pooping all the time. And the C stands for you're never pooping, ever. So I'm like, okay, cool. They were like, they gave me a long list of food I need to eat. I was like, you gotta be dairy free, no more this, this. I had a long list. That's why I ended up moving out here to Portland. Because everybody keeps all that stuff on the front of the menu now. You move out here, I was like, I can eat again, and eat again, I can eat again, some cheese again. Every time some hair again, and Oregon. It was so great. Everybody's like vegan, everybody's scared of food out here. Everybody's got some kind of allergy out here. I'm sorry. I have an allergy to allergies. As soon as you eat something, I feel pain. It's so great out here, man. Pacific Northwest is the most beautiful place I've ever lived in my entire life. I'm from South Central Los Angeles. Walking outside in LA is like walking into a pack of cigarettes. Okay? You just walk into a lit pack of cigarettes every morning. Everybody's so shallow and superficial. Women put on full makeup just to get their newspaper off the doorstep. It's so weird out there. People out here don't even take showers, okay? You can walk by a beautiful woman and be like, oh, she is so right. Ooh. We're in Portland. It's so crazy out here, man. Portland is amazing. Everybody's open-hearted, open-minded. You might call them liberal. I call them open-minded and open-hearted. They like everybody out here. They're like, we like everybody. Everybody's welcome. LGBTQs, everybody welcome. Witches too. Well, witches, come on in, witches. Everybody's welcome. Except people from Los Angeles. As soon as I got here, they're like, get out of here! Get out of here! You're making our rent high! Get out! Sorry, my state's on fire. I didn't know. It was fun growing up in California. Not really. I grew up with a lot of gangbangers. You know what I mean? There's always people like asking you where you were from, like they were lost and shit. There's always people like I was GPS. Where are you from? I don't know. Maybe we should go north by west for 30 minutes. Make a right here. My whole family moved from the South to California in the 60s. My grandfather had like 10 brothers and sisters. My grandmother had like 8 brothers and sisters. They all moved to Southern California and moved to Compton at the same time. And I asked my grandfather, I was like, why did you guys move from Alabama? And he told me a very, very sad story about his brother getting pulled over by the police so many times they just kept moving county to county, so they just left the state entirely. And they ended up in California and started getting pulled over. I was like, oh, that's so sad, Gramps. He's like, no, I appreciate it because now I'm here. We've built something. They built their own companies. They ended up running. The mob ended up threatening them, and they lost other companies and whatnot in the 50s and 60s. They grew up in really tough times, watch riots and everything else. It was really crazy. So I've been very, very happy to leave Southern California and move out here with all these white people. It's so cool, guys. I mean, it's so much safer. Oh my God. I used to go to sleep every night with sirens and gunshots, arguments. I came out here. The first couple of weeks was rough because it was so quiet out here. I was like, what is all that noise? My girlfriend was like, those are crickets. And I was like, what's a cricket? I was staying up every night. I had insomnia. And she was like, you having a hard time sleeping? Maybe you should just put a fan on. You probably just need some white noise. And I was like, no, baby. My whole family's from South Central. We've been decades. I need gunshots. I need sirens. I need arguments. I need police. I need helicopters. I need black noise to go to sleep. Been loving being a young black person. It's been I couldn't imagine being anything else. I understand that has some turbulent history in this country. But we have some great moments too. I mean, we got Jackie Robinson, we got Beyonce, we got Frederick Douglass. We have our Emmett Tills as well, but I feel like, progress is going upwards, right? Right? Would you guys agree, Doc Martins? I mean, when I was in high school, people wore your boots with different types of laces to terrorize me. And now, I'm over here telling jokes to your whole company. I mean, I'm just saying that's progress to me. I don't know. All right. Maybe I'm in a state that has cannabis legally. I don't know. It's been really entertaining being a comedian, traveling all over the place, Especially when I came out here, because This was a culture shock to me. Coming out here, like, I'm in Oregon, we're in Portland, Oregon. This is like, per capita, the most whitest people I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm from Southern California, I've seen a lot of white people, but usually in a blend of other people. When other white people come out here and they go like, wow, there's a lot of white people out here. It's like, I've been calling it white content. It's like white content forever. It's awesome. White people make me famous everywhere. It's awesome. They're like, oh my God, it's him. I'm gonna talk to him. Oh my God. It's him. I think it's him. Let's talk to him. Let's see if it's him. It's him. It's totally him. Oh my God. Hi. We love your show. We love your sporting event. Rajon Rondo, Randy Moss, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Will Smith, Anderson Silva. Everybody's skinny and black. I'm like, everybody. Little white girls come up to me and go like, oh my God, mommy, it's Frozone. Can we get his autograph, Frozone? And I play along every time. Like, okay, where's my super suit? Where's my super suit? It's been fun. Being a comedian, traveling the world, telling interpersonal stories, connecting audiences and people together through laughter. It's been a journey. I remember the first day I wanted to be a comedian. I remember looking my mom in the eyes and was like, Mom, I want to be a comedian. And I remember she said distinctly, good. People should laugh at you. And she walked off. If you don't know what this is, people are here on top. I'm the Zoom. This is how black people scratch their hair when they have braids. This is an impression of me, of my mom scratching her hair with her braids. They pat the hair like this. You're going to learn something on Black History Month. Look, this is how black people scratch their braids. If you see somebody doing this, it itches really, really bad. If you actually scratch it in their hair, they're going to mess their braids up. That's why they do that. You might not know. I don't know. Some of you girls might know. Some of these white girls like to get the vacation braids on. Yeah, you get cornrows in Costa Rica and come back, and straight back to Cameron again. I'm happy to be an American. I'm happy to do a show for an American company like Doc Martin. Thank you guys for coming out. My name is Jamal Coleman. Please follow me on my Instagram, Jamal Coleman Comedy, on my website, joeoclock.com. Bye. Have fun, everybody.
One more time for Jamal Coleman! Wow, what a show! That was an amazing show. I hope everybody had fun. We want to thank everybody at home from Doc Martin for tuning in and getting your laugh on with us. A big special shout out to Dennis Sparks for setting this up, and also Trainer Tyra. Trainer Tyra for also making this connection and getting us in here to do this. Please, if you want to see more of our great comedy and more of the great things that we're doing, please follow us on Facebook, Dirty Angel Entertainment LLC, The Real Hijinks, DJ Wild Chow, and also follow our page, the Northwest Black Comedy Festival, to keep up with everything that's going on. This has been a wonderful show. Shout out to all the comedians that did tonight. One more time for G. Wade, Miss Dahlia DeLu Bell, and your headliner, Jamal Coleman. We would also like to thank the wonderful people here at the Alberta Abbey for allowing us to come in and use their stage and do our thing here and entertain you. And as always, give it up for my DJ, my partner in crime, my everything, DJ Wild Chow, Dirty Angel Entertainment, Courtney Collins. Thank you for all that you do before, during, and after every show. Guys, this has been amazing. Thank you for tuning in. Now, everybody, as always, get home safe.